Now, I often think that to say, what can I do differently? If I were to redo it, to avoid that. I think back and forth, I really couldn't, think. I think I would still do the same thing because that was a real good opportunity for us. We're supposed to be much larger, 10 times larger, if that deal goes through. So I will still do the same thing. Okay. Now I start to come to a realization. Actually, the setback is going to happen more likely to you than not. So if you want to get into the business, be prepared for that. Because even if you've done everything right, it's going to happen to you, just like our case. Now, if you think about that, the newspaper and magazine business, right? With the internet, you see how big impact. It doesn't matter what they have done, right? If you look at the airline business, after 9/11, the terrorist attack, you see how big, setback they have suffered, right? Now, if you look at the many businesses who suffered in the past 2 years because of the economic, because of subprime loan, right, has nothing to do with the business, operation. So it's more likely to happen than not. Okay, so you just need to be prepared. I also want to share with you what I think about this time. This is a very lonely time. Okay, nobody want to talk to you. Nobody's gonna help you. Right, that the bank's not going to help you at all, so don't waste your time on that. Even if you have a personal endorsement anything, they're not going to touch you. Even some of the government program originally was looking very promising, okay, and they, once they hear that your business not doing that great, they withdraw. So nobody's going to help you. So what you need to do is maybe your family member will help you. What you need to do is just to stick to your game plan, keep working at it, and believe the opportunity will knock on the door again. Okay, so that's what we did. And I find this is one of the most difficult times, the downturn, because at the time we had about 25 people, so there are 25 employees, 25 mortgages, and 25 payrolls need to, worry. So the thing you want to do is make sure you can conserve the resource. And we didn't do that because we want to take care of the 25 people. So we, waste a lot of resource, and then to a very, dig a very big hole. Come to the next stage that we have more opportunity come up, and then it's in the recovery mode. You can see the recovery mode. What we have learned is that we don't want to just focus on a couple accounts. Okay, we want to diversify our business and also talk to the end user more. Okay, but in order to do that, it's a totally different business model. Okay, so we need to relearn a lot of things. We need to learn how to launch the product. How to get the marketing information out to the industry. How we project our image to the industry. How the sales force. What kind of sales language. How they're gonna approach the customer. What kind of value proposition they're gonna have. So it's all different. All this, a lot of things we don't have an internal expertise, so we hired a consultant to help us. I think that's another lesson we learned is that if you don't have expertise, go on, hire one. Okay, they will help you to bring your team, up to speed much faster. There's a book that about how to sell the technology-based product called "Crossing the Chasm." I know, probably many of you read already that by Jeffrey Moore. That's a very good book. You can, if you're interested, you can take a look. The final thing. It's about the team building. That when we deal with a couple accounts, that the only thing we really need, the most important thing we really need is just the technical strength. Okay, when we start to dealing with a lot of customers in the industry, then we need to have a very strong team. Okay, every position is important. Okay, the marketing people need to, it's very important what kind of message to send out. The sales team, the product and manufacturer, the software has to come out with no glitches. And the tech support, they need to know how to answer. Engineering, software. So every position becomes very important. So right now, we're still working on building the team. Okay, and this is a totally different business model now, and we're still in the learning mode. So that's work still in progress. All right, I want to wrap up my talk. I want to give you your score. This is the correct answer. The question 1 to 5, if you want to keep track. By the way, this presentation will be on website, right? The CAA website. So if you want to redo your test, make sure you get the correct answer. You can do that. the question 1 to 5, you get 3 points for A answer, 2 points for B answer, and 1 point for C answer, okay? Question 6 to 10, you get 1 point for A answer, 2 points for B answer, and 3 for C, okay? Now, you can tell your score now, okay? If your score between 25 to 30, you can be a successful entrepreneur. 20, 24, potential entrepreneur. 15 to 19, entrepreneur assistant. I don't know what position is that, but just, you know, that the related message. And 10 to 14 is hired gun, you better find a job. I want to share with you, actually, when I go through the test, my score is about 14 or 15. Okay? So I'm very happy that I didn't take that test before I joined the course, okay? Even before I decided to stick around, okay? Because I would be discouraged. Okay? So what is the lesson here? You know, I think in business, as long as you want to do it, you can do it. Okay, that's the lesson. Okay, there's no money down. Okay, our company started, we didn't really put any money in there. Okay, money isn't really the issue. Okay, there's no experience required. Actually, experience helped quite a bit. So you saw that we waste a lot of the time and also, you know, the missed opportunity. But there's really no experience required because I don't think you'll find another person that has less experience than me. Okay. However, the persistency is a must-have. Okay, so you need to stick to your game plan. Really have the strong desire, want to be successful. You know, really stick to to the things that you believe in, and just keep working it. I think things will come to you. Finally, I want to make a comment about businesses. You know, for people who want to get into the business, business is an unstable process. Again, a little bit technical on it. What I mean by that is an unstable process because it's never stabilized. Okay, it doesn't matter how big, how small. You either grow or you die. Okay, so once you get in, that will be a lifetime struggle because the minute you start to slow down, you will find out that the people catching up, and then you start losing. Finally, we want to just show you. I think it's also important for business to have some fun and party, so we try to do that. This is one of our year-end party that we had. And then the next one is our annual picnic that was held last year in the park. Let's wrap up my presentation. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Kiwi. We'll take questions after Jeff's talk.